Also, let's just do it like this.
Alright. So we're going to start the video here. Everything like the previous 15 minutes we're cutting out because it's just us trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, they've added all this stuff here. Like this whole new menu, and like you can switch the soundtrack to the more kind of somber. The US soundtrack, let me just address it now. The US soundtrack is good in its own right, but I feel like in the decision between the two, like the Japanese one just sounds more like Sonic music. They have achievements. Alright, let's get started. Oh hey, my old save files are here. I guess that means that I have like the DA guard and everything and all the stuff I unlocked.
Didn't you just buy it though?
Well, I had Steam shared it from somebody else at some point.
Oh, alright.
Pardon me. Obviously we're not gonna play as Tails, because Tails can't fucking do the peel out.
This animation is really cool. I guess I don't need to really say it, but...
Yeah. Also, you're right, this feels really empty without the lyrics, as they had to remove them in this version.
It just isn't the same without Sonic Warrior in it.
Yeah, and the fucking DK rat people.
Animation is still nice though. The people who did this also did the OVA, right?
I used to think that as a kid, but now kind of comparing them, they look a bit different.
Oh yeah, they look different, but then again, that's probably...
it looks like they were still trying to do this sort of style. They probably had the same people, and this probably also had a bigger budget, because it was a shorter
Oh yeah, there's a lot more frames in this one. There's more frames in this one than the OVA had.
Yeah. This fucking little planet. Little big planet. Ah.
Oh jeez, your OBS is like dropping like way hard. Like the frame rate.
It hates this cutscene.
Oh, does it play the game fine though, or I guess you wouldn't really know. But...
Yeah, because it wasn't acting like this earlier.
Oh.
See, now it's back to normal. And of course, starting right up, you have this flashy little number that never appears again.
I was gonna say, that like never appears outside of this level.
That's kind of this game for you. It's just a whole bunch of crazy, like, memorable weird shit that never happens again. The game's super unpredictable. Ah, damn it.
Super unpredictable and like super hard to move and get around and use the whole game's gimmick of going back in time.
Of course, this game had set up like specific paths. Like that right there is how I usually get to the past, but I just fucked it up. You're supposed to bounce on that. And you can use this to get there. See, I don't know if I already passed the... Also, I'll tell you one thing about this game. It's really odd and... like, I find that to be sort of its appeal. But like...
Oh yeah, it is weird. And...
I really like the atmospheres in this game.
Oh yeah, this game does like really good atmosphere, really fun and like unique atmosphere. I think probably best. Maybe it's like there with 3 and Knuckles, although this is more creative than 3 and Knuckles. But that said,
I don't know.
I like my atmosphere in games, but like, I'm trying my best not to be like a nitpicky Aaron right now.
Do you think the gameplay's better?
Yeah, I think the game, like,
in
it's structured
a
better. I really don't feel like this
well,
game
yeah.
is structured well.
This game was not done with Yuji Naka on the team, and the usual people who did the rest of the Sega game, the rest of the classic Sonic games. This was done in sort of a separate kind of little place with Oshima, the creator and the main art director for Sonic. So and there was a lot of stuff they like wanted to do, and they actually had said it's like, oh, this would have been better if we had the rest. This game would have been better if we had the team with us, or like whatever, or we would have been able to do this. But like
the rest of them like went to the US to work on Sonic 2, right?
Yeah, at the same time as this. So mainly, this game, it was more made by artists than it was by game programmers, and that's in that sense it really shows.
Yeah, it really.
Because it looks great and it sounds great and everything, but there's really wonky game design.
Like it's game themes like contradict each other. You're supposed to go fast, but also explore. And when you explore by going fast, the level design doesn't accommodate it. Okay, that's all I'll say. I won't say anything else.
I hope this captures well. Actually,
well, staying at 30 so far.
You said you don't like these special stages, but I actually find them, as difficult as they are, I find them really fun to play.
I just remember I like when I got CD. Like I liked CD as a kid. I liked it. I played it on a Sega CD, and I played it in Gems Collection. I liked it. But then when I got the Steam version, I was just getting frustrated and wasn't having fun, and just like the whole of it. And I like really wanted to like it, but I couldn't. I kept noticing all the things they talked about, like, oh, this doesn't work in level design. This doesn't work.
These sucks when you grow
elements
up
clash each other.
I know how that feels.
You become cynical and analytical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks I can't like Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 anymore. Because it's just like I notice all the issues.
I thought Sonic Adventure was amazing when I was a kid. But now it's just
I thought Adventure 2
man,
was amazing.
This is a mess.
Look at it now. Yeah.
Luckily, with these special stages, when you get down to the tens and your seconds, they spawn a little time item thing. So, oh nice. This is a really good animation when you hit the top speed thing here.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
And other times, Sonic just awkwardly shuffles around.
I love these backgrounds, by the way. Like, this isn't even the best one, but like the backgrounds in these special stages, I always thought were cool as a kid. Like, and I'm not even just saying this because
really
like they said,
especially because this is like the first sort of like 3D thing Sonic's been in.
And I'm not even just saying that because Shamey said it, but like even as a kid, I was like, those are really like, especially the one that's like this huge like palace sort of thing surrounded by water. I was like, as a kid, oh, I want to go there. That looks really cool, but you couldn't.
Yeah. Also, just a heads up, I'm not going to be 100%ing this game. I did it once and I unlocked all the stuff, so I'm just going to show you like afterwards what you get. But like, that's just sort of me with Sonic games. I've literally never been good at like getting all the things and getting the secret ending or whatever.
I do that, like, whenever I play Sonic 1 or 3 Knuckles, I always, like, go for all the emeralds and everything. Not 2, though, because that's infuriating. It's fun, but it's infuriating.
Infuriating, yeah. Yeah, I've never really cared much for, like, getting the Chaos Emeralds and... I don't know.
I think it's, like, I think they're fun. To do.
Yeah. They're fun for a while, but afterwards they get too hard and I can't complete the special stages. So mainly it's just a I need to get good situation. But I really like the past music. I played this The past music is the one thing that stayed consistent through the Japanese and U.S. soundtracks because they were made
Oh yeah, I think
with the internal hardware like instruments and stuff, so they
yeah,
couldn't just change
I was
it
gonna
on
say
CD.
that because when I was a kid and I had like the CD for it, I like put it in my computer to get all the MP3s, but I could never get the past like music. I could like the future was there and the the regular
Yeah.
stages were there, but I couldn't get the past one.
But like the environments in this game and like the music really spoke to me as a kid. Like I played this on PC a lot, especially on road trips on my dad's laptop, and it was I don't know, like the world felt very alive, and it made me it had a narrative to me. Okay, that thing you showed me that explained that even if a game doesn't really have much like in terms of like the cutscenes or like the story or something like that, like the story is very simple, but if the worlds are really good, it can sort of like communicate a really like it feels like you have a narrative just because you're going through the worlds and the worlds feel alive. I don't know, and that alone.
Oh yeah, well I
communicates the
agree. I
story.
feel the same way. Yeah, I feel the same
Like the
way.
world,
And
yeah,
like as much as I rag on this game's level design, I will say that it's really good at making it feel like Sonic's in a landscape instead of just it being a level. Although I
oh
think that
yeah,
kind of, like I said, it's also an issue because of the things I stated before, but I do think that it does do that and that's cool. So, like
yeah.
even Three
It,
Knuckles, they feel like levels. I mean, they feel
this,
more like worlds than levels, but this like
yeah.
blurs it more.
Well, that was pathetic. Well, one thing I find funny is that like these bosses are like completely fucking pathetic.
Yeah. Eggman's in that hot pink machine with like bumpers on it.
Yeah. Something about having a good future influenced Eggman to just paint his machines pink, I suppose.
Oh, I love the color palette of this place and like the neutral world, the blues and like pinks and purples.
Oh yeah, this world has a great theme. It's basically just insanity. This is one of my favorite like areas in terms of like its architecture and stuff. I'll be like gushing a lot about it. And then it sets this up here. I remember seeing this, and this was like pretty like I like freaked out about it as a kid because like I really liked Metal Sonic from the OVA, and I didn't know he was actually in the games until I started playing this.
Oh, that's adorable.
And I saw him in there. I was like,
Oh,
oh
Metal
my God.
Sonic's in this game.
Yeah. And like,
I
and
really
you
did
don't
that
see
with
him.
things.
Yeah. I didn't see him like much like after. You don't see him much afterwards in the rest of this game until Stardust Speedway. So like, I felt like I had really like
Oh, yeah.
accomplished something when I got to that area. Also, look at just like this fucking sign thingy here. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
is this?
I love that thing. This is like a weird fusion between like a weird, just like, I don't even know what, with like a casino. Like it's essentially this game's casino level,
Yeah.
but it makes it so
It's-
weird and unique looking.
And my favorite thing about this level is the fact that you see like that little river down there. It's sort of once you get high enough, you like down on the ground level in the background.
Yeah.
You see that it's sort of like a riverbed and whatever. You see like the same thing when you get high enough. You see the same thing but upside down.
Oh, that's cool. I never noticed that as a kid, but that's a really cool
See if
like
I- Oh
touch.
yeah, see right up there. A lot of people say that's supposed to be, since you're on Little Planet right now, that's supposed to be like you're on the bottom of the planet, and that's supposed to be Never Lake down on the bottom that you're seeing. Like you're seeing off the planet. That's cool too, but I always thought it was just supposed to be because it's just like insane.
Well, would it be though? Because in the cutscene, like the planet was all mechanized and like captured in a thing. So would you really see like the underside of it?
Well, I mean, it's just like a gravitational thing. You'd probably be like on the bottom of it. Of course, yeah, it's all mechanized in that, but you're seeing it sort of fine in the present here. Ah, damn it. Fuck. Oh, whatever. I'm not even gonna bother getting the... I will agree with what you say. It's kind of a pain to get to search for the machines.
Oh,
I
yeah.
looked up like a map of everything, and I painstakingly did it once just so I could unlock all the benefits. Oh, I could get it from here. Damn it. That's the worst thing too, you lose it if you like... What was that? You lose it if you like... Fucking...
You lose, like, the going in the past or in the future thing when you hit something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. That's the exact thing why I don't think it meshes, because the level design's around exploration, but to explore like through the past, you need to go fast, but you can't do that if you're running into things. And there are parts of the game like springs together, which will like make you go fast enough to do it. But at that point, that seems like more of an excuse than actual good design, where you just go between two springs and then suddenly it happens, not because you did anything other than go in it.
Yeah, interesting fact, it was supposed to be instantaneous. It was like
as soon as you went
Oshima thought like as soon as you hit the top speed you would like there was no like cutscene. Like you would just like everything around you would just like instantly like change to fast. But like they didn't really like have the know-how of how to do that.
I think the cutscene's necessary just because it gives you a chance to like catch your breath. And I mean, you could skip it anyway, and it's short enough anyway. But like doing that instantaneously instead of just waiting out for you to like run and lose it is a way better. It would have been way better if they did that.
This right here, they basically just give it to you.
Yeah, and yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's lame how you go there and it does it for you instead of you having to actually earn it.
I like it because it's fucking easy.
Well, it's...
I don't have to
want a
fucking,
challenge, though?
Stress about it.
Like a fair challenge?
The challenge should be in the fucking, like, level design and the obstacles and stuff. I don't want to have, like, go really far and then I, like, accidentally hit, like, a motobug that I didn't see and then I lose my ability to go into the past.
Well, that's what happens in this game, though. You run really fast and then you hit an enemy or a wall you can't see.
Yeah, that's why this game in particular needs to be widescreen. Like, benefits from the widescreen. Also, I really like
this is probably out of all the classic games would benefit most from it.
Yeah, also, I really like this effect here. It would be even better if, like, Sonic reflected, too.
Oh.
Like on the water down there.
Cool. I never noticed that it was supposed to be like the water. Yeah,
it's like...
Now that I know that, it's weird that Sonic doesn't have a reflection. He's like a vampire or something.
This sort of, like... I don't know, I feel like this team that Oshima had together, judging by the fact that they actually made animations in it, would have worked great as like a show, like an anime or something.
Oh yeah.
Of course,
this definitely has like an 80s vibe.
Yeah, of course we kind of do have that because of the cutscenes in the OVA, which is a lot like this, but...
Yeah, they probably didn't animate that though. They gave that to TMS, right? Or is it some other company?
I didn't hear about TMS doing it, but no, the team that art directed this game did like give it to they had a direction. Like I remember seeing like concepts was like here's how you draw Sonic and like here's how he works from different angles and stuff like that. Like a sheet, like a model sheet and stuff that Oshima himself had drew for the animators of that cutscene. So. But,
has Oshima, like, done anything, like, after Nights into Dreams?
He works on a bunch of different games. He did that one game with the cat, like, something in the time, something. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's for PS2. That was a game of his. He does art design for, like, a mobile game now. which is funny because like he has to create like a character, like a creature of the day, and he created one to mock the modern Sonic design, like the Sonic Adventure 2 design,
Oh yeah.
and everybody was calling it like his original, like his Sonic fan character, because that's basically
Oh, I
what
need
it
to
looks
see
like.
that. That sounds funny.
Yeah, but he was like poking fun at like, because it's basically a direct like fucking pose from Sonic Adventure 2.
And it's all lanky and probably has green eyes or something.
Yeah, I mean you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it, but yeah.
I don't even know what I'd look up to find that. If you could like link it to me later, that'd be cool.
Let's try to search up. It was a article on Sonic Retro. Just search up Oshima's original fan character or something like that. I think that was the title.
Okay.
Oh wow, this stream's swell. Hey, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, that's great. Looks even more like Mickey Mouse in that one. You're right, like you said that it's weird how like modern Sonic's like a stretched out anime Felix the Cat. This looks like weird stretched out Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
anime.
mean because of like the separated eyes.
Yeah, and like the muzzle and eyes are like all colored in. And it has like a weird shoulder thing. Like it's a weird bolt in the shoulder.
Yeah. Saturday backpack. Yes. Oh yeah, that was another thing that surprised me about this game as a kid. The fact that Sonic talks in it.
Oh yeah.
But
Do you even know who did it? Like, or is that just like no one knows?
yes, I think it's like listed somewhere. I think the person who does the voice is actually the female singer for Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Also, I love this little touch here. I always like this as a kid that you can like just see him down there before you actually enter the boss.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
And you have to break through this metal door or something.
I love this boss theme, the Work the Sucker to Death one.
Oh yeah, much better than the US soundtrack that's just like a horror movie soundtrack. Does not fit.
Well, I like
at
the
all.
US. I like the US one just because it's like so weird. But like this is also like weird, but also like funky, and it's like yeah.
The US
It sounds
one
like
does not,
fun.
the US one does not like fit the situation at all.
It doesn't. That's why I love it. But I think this one is better though, just as like a funny
kind of
song.
music, yeah, this kind of music fucking fits Robotnik perfectly. Something that's very like mechanical and mischievous, but it's also like big, and there's like an audience cheering in the background because he's like glorifying himself.
Yeah.
And it's like funky and such. Okay. Also, this boss sucks.
Oh yeah. Like sometimes you go through the flippers too.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you, or did it happen?
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't notice
It
because
happened
there's
just
lag
now,
in there.
yeah.
Oh, I might not have
Why
noticed,
not?
but there's lag.
Frickin' baby. Oh, come on. That was all Robotnik's doing.
Hmm.
I was headed right up.
I love that
for him.
laugh.
Yeah, it's great. Fucking hell. Come on. Also, those balls he shot out, I had a very vague view of them as a kid. I thought it was Metal Sonic, like spin dashing around.
You think he just has like multiple like metal Sonics, like just throwing them at you?
No, I didn't know that he was like shooting them or anything because I only just saw these like weird balls just like flying around because of the much more zoomed in aspect ratio of that older version. But like, yeah, I thought Metal Sonic was just wildly spin dashing around. Ugh.
Hmm.
Come, come, come. I love this music. Come the oh god, wow. It's getting really scummy. He's shooting me at all the best times. Like point blank. This boss isn't really a fight, it's mainly just to make it to the top of this annoying ass pinball fucking. Ah!
I love how this
Oh,
boss can
trembling
either be
fear.
done like in like a minute or like take 10 minutes,
Yeah,
depending on your luck.
It can be done in like fucking like a second. There we go. Fuck you, fuck you. Never seen again.
It's interesting that in this game they decided instead of animals, they decided to make the things he catches like, or like he captures like flowers. This interesting change.
Also, I love the fact that there's like a narrative here. Because like there's this top area that you don't see again, and then you sort of like descend into the labyrinth.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I always love that as
My favorite
What?
thing about this, like, whenever I see the stage, especially that opening shot, the only thing I remember is, whatever the song was in the American soundtrack. I remember seeing,
the
like,
fucking,
years and years
like
ago.
the sexy, like, yeah. Yeah, like the fucking porn music that they have.
Well, I mean, that song in general, but, like, also, like, years ago on YouTube, there was some mashup with that and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme, and you saw in the background, like, all the mountains and stuff, so, like, in right next to, like, Sonic is just Will Smith hanging out, while you're listening to the American soundtrack mixed with Fresh Prince, and that's, now whenever I see this stage, I always think of that, and whenever it's, like, starts up, I'm like, where's Will Smith?
I love the US version of the song. It's very smooth. It's unusually sexy, but I like it. But it's like, I love this music too. Also, the Japanese soundtrack has this signature like thing in the music with its piano. And it appeared in other like Sonic music too. Where there's sort of just like a piano in the back, doing sort of like a bouncy rhythm. Like here, it's like they have it at a constant. It's like, I don't know if you can like notice it.
Oh, I hear it. Who
It's
did the
very
music in
animated.
this game? Was it the same guy that did the music for Sonic 1 and 2, or did they get a different composer?
I'm not no, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh god, this is my alarm to wake up in the morning.
Your wake up is the Sonic drowning sound effect?
No, not the Sonic drowning, the fucking little like cue that just played there. The fucking like loop music. Because these songs didn't originally loop. And they would just fade out, but they were planned to loop. Oh, I should have gone through there. They were planned to loop, and in the game's files, there's like little like a few seconds of like music that's supposed to like bridge it so it can like load up again. But yeah, Sonic Retro found that and compiled it and made like a looping version of the music with it, and Sega just stole it, just like they do with everything from Sonic Retro.
Did they give credit to them, or...?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Also, Taxman worked on this, so he probably had something involved. He's a Sonic Retro person.
Yeah, I've heard of them before.
Taxman's pretty much responsible for recreating this game. Same with the mobile Sonic 2.
I think it's funny how fans can make better and, like, improve already, like, existing Sonic games better than Sonic Team and Sega can.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a matter of, like, the fans are passionate about it, and the Sega's mostly business. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate. Oh, Blinks. That's what it is. The other game that Oshima worked on for Xbox. Called Blinks the
Blinks.
cat or
Oh,
something.
that name sounds familiar. Oh, Penelope. Nate wants us to play that. Or, like, he wants to be in to show us Penelope. This, like, game where
What
you
is
play as a
Penelope?
bee, and it's weird and probably sucks, but that'd be an interesting game to stream, I think. We need to bring him along for it, though, because he told me about it, like, a long time ago.
What's it for?
I think he said this for PS1, but also Game Boy Advance, I think. And they don't even look different. It's like, usually it's like, oh, the Game Boy version would be less powerful than the console version. No, they look the same, pretty much.
So the PS1 game looks like a... so it's like Rayman or whatever, like it's like a 2D game for PS1?
Yeah, it's a 2D game for PS1. I'm pretty sure it's PS1. But Blinks sounds familiar. Let me look it up. Oh yeah, I've heard of this game. Really? 8.8 out of 10 on IGN. Well, then again, it's IGN. Yeah, I saw this on shelves a lot. There's a lot of games I just see on shelves, and I'm like, I know that exists. Like some game called Scalar, where you play as a dragon and it's blue.
Scaly. I'm gonna fucking choke to death on death. Also, like, there's something about this, like the past version of Tidal Tempest, it's so mellow. Like, it's
Well, the colors
completely
are really like...
Yeah, it's like completely and utterly untouched, like it's completely natural. Even the water looks like cave water, which is like a nice touch. It's like kind of dirty. But it's just this
Usually natural,
very...
but I mean also there's the weird polka dot texture tiles everywhere.
Well,
I guess
yeah.
that could be natural. It's kind of symmetrical, but...
You know what I mean. It's natural for this crazy world. I don't know, it just feels so somber while, it's like so utterly different from all the other versions. It's just like you're in a quiet little cave. I don't think I'm supposed to go up there. I'm super chilled out by this music. That's why I'm so quiet. Sometimes I actually do get kind of lost in this game's kind of atmospheres. Fuck. Well.
Oh, something that like always like weirded me out as a kid in this level. I forget if it like... I forget if it's in the like present stage, like in the like regular timeline stage. But like at the beginning, like when the thing's like coming along and pushing you, there's like a monitor in the back of it, and you can't ever
that you
get
can't
it.
Get? Yeah, it's...
Yeah, like
reminds
what
me of
is...
the fucking like thing, like the thing in Conker's Bad Fur Day where he places a chocolate where you can't get it just to piss you off. Oh, Chris Saver.
According to Nate, that Scalar game that I mentioned, he said it's pretty much like the Werehog, but with better levels.
Oh. Wait, what, with like a dragon?
Well, yeah, it's like a... Like,
So
I
wait,
only
does
saw it
the
on the shelf.
dragon
It's
have
like,
like
there's a blue...
stretchy arms and he like beats up people?
I guess, I don't know, I never played it. I saw the review that Nitro Rad did of it, and I don't remember anything in it. It's like one of those, like, mascot platformers
I
that,
always
like,
thought
don't
that,
have
yeah,
much to it.
I always thought the Werehog's stretchy arms gameplay was a reference to Rystar.
I thought it too, like, in the platforming and everything. I mean, it doesn't make sense in the
Yeah.
beat 'em up bits, but that's like God of War, and it's supposed to be like the chain things. But either way, it's weird. And also, like, when I was playing it, and there's, like, on the platforming segments, where you're using the stretchy arms, that just made me wish there was a 3D Rystar game.
Yeah. Rystar's cool.
Oh, that's too bad, right?
See,
You died twice there?
widescreen. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I see.
Maybe that's why I don't usually remember dying on that part, because I usually play this in widescreen, but for the moment, widescreen won't fucking stream, so I'll have to play in the normal aspect ratio. Yeah, it's basically just a plain old cave in the background.
Cave that, like, repeats.
Yeah.
It's like
Goes
a, what's
forward.
it like? It's like a Windows 98 screen. It's like your ALF screensaver. This is the same image tiled.
Why? I don't know. I like
Like
to
your
think that it's just going down really far.
Oh no, like I get that
it's
that's
just-
what they're
it's
going
just an
for,
old
but it
game.
looks like a tiled wallpaper is what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's an old game. This kind of feeling I get with the backgrounds and the environments and stuff, like getting a history behind them. That's the same thing I feel about like Rayman Origins and Legends, and they have super like vibrant and real feeling worlds,
Oh yeah.
gorgeous
I feel
worlds and
Sonic
stuff
3
like that.
Knuckles does
That's
that too really well.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that's kind of what compensated for Legends and Origins, like not having like cutscenes or a real fleshed out story or anything. Actually, I watched the beta 64 of Rayman Origins last night and realized that they were supposed to have like the Origins was supposed to have like a crazy like detailed story, but that's still one that's like silly and stuff. And the story's still there, but they just like took out all the explanation of it, so it's just sitting there. It's only until you like read the beta script and the game files to where you're like, oh, this thing here and this thing here, oh, that'll make sense.
Hmm.
So
So
it
like
kinda
there were gonna be
becomes
cutscenes and stuff, or
Yeah, or at
like, a
least
whole
like
bunch of
more
them, or-
dialogue, something. Because the story, like as it is explained in like in the script, like does technically happen in Origins, but like in the game, but like you would never know. You think it's just doing something silly and random. You would have never picked up on the detail. Like the fucking magician is the same magician from Rayman 1. The guy with the star hat that is a teensy in the new ones.
Oh yeah, that guy? He was
Yeah,
like
he's
a
the
Rayman 1
he-
character?
Yeah, you remember the Rayman 1 intro where there was like a magician that came out?
Yeah,
out
that's
of, like,
the
same
teensy in
kind of-
it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the same character. They just changed him to a teensy. But yeah, it's
Oh.
the same character. It's the same character, and yeah, apparently he like idolized Mr. Dark or whatever. I mean, and like it shows in the beginning, like he gives you advice like throughout the game. He steals your lums, and then like you unwittingly give it to him at the end of each level. And fucking he uses
Wait, he
it to
didn't
power
idolize
his...
Mr. Dark in like the first game, did he?
That's supposed to be like the plot twist or whatever if the story was still there.
Oh.
That he was like,
Oh.
he always thought Mr. Dark was cool and that led to him being evil. Then he built robots, and then the last world of because like that whole thing isn't explained. Like he does show up at the end of every level and like collects the lums that you collect and all that. And like later when you go to Moody Clouds and there's like robots and like they're being powered by lums and little containers and stuff. But you just think, like, that's not even a detail, but, like, that actually is, that he's, like, taking the lums and using them to power his factory. But they just, like, don't tell you, so it's just all there and they don't tell you.
Oh, that's weird and cool.
Yeah. Of course, he does, like, in the room you, like, encounter the magician and he has, like, papers in the back of, like, Mr. Dark, and there's one that says I heart Mr. Dark or whatever. So, like, that detail's there too. But yeah, like, it's weird because, like, the story's technically scrapped, but it's, like, still there. But for whatever odd reason, I don't know if they were, like, told to do this or whatever, but they had to just remove all, like, explanation of the story or, like, even knowing what's going on. Because it's very clear, the plot is very detailed. It's a silly story, but it's, like, still pretty a detailed story. And it's fun and cool, and it's obvious that, like, that's the story that the team wanted to tell. I don't know if they were, like, told to take it out or whatever, because Ubisoft just wanted, like, a simple platformer or whatever.
Well, that's really cool. Also, we're playing a Sonic game.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's funny whenever we go on tangents and not even pay attention to the game we're talking about. We're, like, playing, I guess you're playing it, but...
I love the music here. This is sort of like a foresty kind of... Like, this isn't even like a... Most of these aren't even like the typical platformer tropes, level tropes. Like ice, lava, desert.
Yeah. Sonic is usually, like, the old games especially, were really good at, like, making unique levels. And even when they used tropes, they, like, twisted them and made them, like, different.
Yeah. I agree. I wish we could stream.
You're talking about, like, backgrounds.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you go first. You could... No, you go first.
It was about Rayman again, so I want you to talk.
Alright, we're talking about backgrounds again.
This is the best fucking background ever.
Oh yeah, I love... This was my favorite one as a kid. It's really cool. But, backgrounds. Donkey Kong Country had really good backgrounds. Like, as a kid, I just look at it and I'd feel like I was in the middle of, like, a jungle or a forest or wherever the level, or wherever the level was.
Donkey Kong's areas were very atmospheric. Like, I hear there was, like, a big focus.
Well, it absolutely worked out. It's like, you really felt like you were in the world, and...
That game dazzled people, like, with its visuals when it came out.
It dazzles me, because, I mean, like, it's aged. It's like, you could see, like, how it's, like, not the greatest looking game, but, like, in terms of aesthetics, it still, like, holds up really well, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Levent was asking if this was the re-release version. Yes, it is. Of course, I'm not playing it in widescreen just because it streams better in this lower resolution. But yeah, you should play it in widescreen and it helps. But yeah, I'm gonna show off all the... Once I get to the end of the game, I'm gonna show off all the extra stuff I have unlocked for when you 100% it.
So do you, like, unlock anything specific? Like, in the original, you pretty much just unlocked a good ending. But is there anything more you unlock if you get them all on this game, or...?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it was the same thing with the earlier game. Like, I unlocked it on Sega CD, too. You get to look at, like, pencil tests, and you get to fucking... You never unlocked that? I guess it wasn't in the PC version, but, yeah, you get to fucking look at, like pencil test for the animation, and you get to, do the DA garden, which is really neat.
I had the CD version and it in, like, Gems collection, but I never saw that, and I collected all the, like, stones before.
I guess you never saw it, I don't know. In the Sega CD version, it was in sort of a weird menu, but here it's really easy to find, and you have to, like, 100% the game to get a lot of it. In fact, I would usually get some of it without 100%ing the game, just for getting good times on the levels. And on time attack.
I've never even... Well, it'll be surprised to me when I see it, because I probably haven't seen them. The
You
only
do
thing that
unlock
like
a
is
lot of this
secretive in
stuff
this game
from
that I
time to
know
time.
about is like all the weird like title screens, like that weird like manly Sonic and the weird creepy
Oh yeah, the
Japanese
scary
text and
fucking
the
stuff
weird.
that scared the shit out of me. Yeah,
Yeah.
like when I found out on the internet that you could like do that, this was like, I didn't find it on YouTube. This was like in the age of like Sonic, like cheat sites where they just had like a, like where they just had like a page full of text and they told you all the cheats. And so I'm like, oh, sound test
You found it on.
secrets. So I'm gonna put that. So I'm
You
gonna
found
put
it.
that in. So I'm gonna put that in, and I found the fucking. I feel like the fun is infinite thing didn't scare me as much as the Batman Sonic thing did. I felt the Batman Sonic thing had like just was more unsettling. I don't know, but yeah. Also, this fucking background, holy shit.
This looks like friggin' Akira, that like one movie that I see reblogged on like my dash all the time.
Oh, the one that I just reblogged something from, but I've never seen, but I just like the
Exactly.
cities.
And like
Yeah.
3 other people that I follow also reblogged it. And it's like, this isn't not even just today, but like all the time I see it on my dash. But yeah,
Also,
it looks like that. It's like
this,
cool looking.
this is where this shit starts to get. This is where these fucking UFOs just start to dodge you. Or something, because a real hard time getting past these at this point. Right, that's one. But yeah, this does kind of look like Akira.
It's just a weird movie. Like, I haven't seen it, but I know it's about like weird mutation and monsters and weird anime stuff. But it's supposed to be like actually good though.
I hear it's
I hate the
super
character
overrated.
designs. Well, that's probably like any popular thing. People will say it's overrated.
Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck, I got that. Oh, damn it. Well, I guess.
Yeah, have you ever seen like the character designs in that movie? They look gross, in my opinion.
That's anime. Ooh. Tugs at color.
No, I agree, but anime can look, I don't know. Lupin the Third is pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
but
no,
Akira
it's
is
right.
like everyone has
fuck it.
super small faces.
There's definitely a lot of good, appealing anime styles, but like, for the longest time I hated anime just because I hated, like, how a lot of them looked. Like,
Oh yeah,
look,
same.
I don't like talking about this, like, on the internet because, like, publicly, because fucking, because, like, there's so many fans of, like, anime, but I do not like One Piece at all. I think that I've never, like,
I didn't like it.
watched it. I
I
don't
didn't
know
like
about
it
the
either
story
as
or
a
whatever,
kid.
but, like, I see pictures of it, and then, like, it's character designs. I'm like,
I wasn't a fan of it either. I was like such a biggest snob, like saying, oh, all anime is like terrible as a kid,
Oh,
except
me
for
too.
like Pokemon, since
I was a
of
big
course I love
snob. I
Pokemon,
was
but
I was a big snob about anything. It's like the only good cartoons. No good cartoons were good. They weren't good in the. They weren't good in the 90s. They weren't good in the nowadays. It's like the only good ones are fucking 1940s Bob Clampett and Chuck Jones, and I was like a huge snob about that.
oh, I was like, hat too. Oh, it's awful. I mean, those are good, but I mean, there's also a lot of other good stuff.
I love that this is basically a survival like boss. Like you don't really even
Oh,
hit
yeah.
him. He just fucks up his own machine gradually over time. Like these are such interesting, weird, kooky ideas for bosses, but they're like from a gameplay setting, they're just, I don't know, it's so weird. Like he starts
Well,
to get
there's
freaked
challenge.
out.
You gotta avoid the thing, but it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
exactly
there's-
get any harder once you find out what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were like that though. Didn't you say like you used to like anime and then like decided no because you didn't
Yeah.
want to be seen as like a dork or whatever? Or...
No, like I liked all that stuff. Like I liked video games. I loved anime and stuff like that, and I loved some current cartoons and all that. And then I got on the internet, and at this point where I got super fucking cynical. And honestly, I wasn't really honest with myself because I didn't hate those. like cartoons from from that time, but like no, yeah, it's yeah. I was just trying to be a big snob about it, and I was like lying to myself. But if I'm, like,
Honestly, I think it
honest
was like the
but
you
yeah,
go
like
first.
Balloon Gal like more reflects like me being more honest with myself in terms of like the kind of shows I like to make based on the kind of shows I liked watching watching as growing up. But yeah, Balloon Gal has a lot of like anime and video game kind of like feel and tropes to it, so it's like. So yeah, that's more honest but with still being like cartoony. That's a lot more honest with myself. But yeah, there was a moment when I was like, oh, only classic cartoon stuff is good. And everybody hated
I
it.
think,
Like, I was super annoying.
I think like that happened to me because I started looking at John K's blog, and like that's really helped me. Like I wouldn't be as good at art if it wasn't for that. But I feel like
I'll
his
be
like
honest,
elitism rubbed off on me a bit.
I'll be honest, that's kind of how it happened to me too, was John K's blog. Well, like, first, like, yeah. Well, like, it was mostly because, like, honestly, I did want to get out of anime because I felt I was more geared to cartoony stuff, which was true. But, like, I don't know, I tried to make a fucking, like, rhetoric out of it.
I think like the main reason I didn't like anime for the longest time though is just because like a lot of the shows that were like getting really popular in America, or like America, I'm from Canada. Yeah. But like a lot of the shows are just they looked pretty much the same. Like even though there were some differences, they pretty much followed the same like body shapes and like face and eye shapes and everything.
Yeah.
But then I saw like different looking shows, and then I saw like appealing cartoony looking shows, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's also as good too.
Which, I mean,
Not to
I
say the
still
other
think,
like designs are bad; they're like oversaturated.
Yeah.
But
well, I still think that, like, I still prefer, like, fucking cartoony stuff over, like, realistic, kind of stagnated anime, like, any day.
oh, I
Like,
do
I'm
too.
not, like, but I'm not, like, a fucking bitch about it like I used to be. Like, I'm way more open-minded to, like, check stuff out and be more, like, yeah, be more accepting of other art styles and all that.
Yeah, I used to be like super like
Yeah, like-
elitist, where it's like I would like
see-
look to see if it looked like a Looney Tunes or Bob Clampett cartoon. If it didn't, I would
Yeah.
say that it was bad, and it was like that.
Also, this
That
music
is
is
gross.
This music's kind of scary, kind of spooky to me. I don't know what it is about it. Like,
I guess-
when it gets to that fucking robot talking part, that it was just.
I don't even remember what that sounds like.
Here, I'll be quiet when it comes back on. But no, yeah, yeah, I think Adventure Time really, like, helped me, because I hated that. I without even
You hate-
watching it. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, damn it. Okay, never mind. Whatever, I'll wait some more. So I remember this part of it kind of scaring me when I was younger. But I didn't really play it much on this part, but it was like I'd listen to it on because I didn't have the Japanese soundtrack, but I'd listen to it on fucking on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sonic, I have to keep you waiting. This part.
Oh, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah. The spooky robot voices can scare me sometimes. It's just spooky robots in general. But as I was saying, like I remember when Adventure Time came out, I was like super like hateful towards it, but I had never seen it. And like basically it only took me like just kind of like being bored and like sitting down to watch it when I was on TV where I started to see the appeal. Like I realized it's like, oh, this isn't really like I ragged on this for being weird, but isn't that kind of like, isn't weirdness kind of what I wanted in the first place? Because I was so tired of the fucking teen drama cartoons from Disney Channel that I had grown up with. But yeah, I really appreciated surreality, and I liked what they did with like the art style wasn't just laziness, it was fucking like it was like a controlled style that they were doing something with. And it was really good what they did with it. But yeah, that's sort of like opened my mind up to more unconventional cartoons. I still hate
I think the thing that
stuff.
opened my yeah, same. I think the thing that like opened my eyes to like just like different types of animation in general is like Full Metal Alchemist. Like that show like isn't like artistically like different in any way, but I mean it's drawn well enough, I guess. But I just like started watching it because like a friend of mine really liked it, so I thought whatever, I'll give it a chance. It's on Netflix. And I ended up just like really like actually liking it. I liked how it was paced and the characters and everything. And then I looked at other anime stuff and I found, oh, what's this Lupin the Third show? And I was like, oh, it's really cartoony and fun and I really like this. And then you showed me Osamatsu-san and like, oh, this is also cartoony and fun.
Yeah. It's a shame though. I hear there's a lot of like anime like people that are they like hate Osamatsu-san because of the way it looks. It's like, wow, that explains
Oh, really? Because it's like...
Yeah. Because it's like fun and original. Yeah. It's like,
oh, that sucks.
Not just the style. It's not just the style being fun, but like the animation is like a lot better than most, like in terms of like the fucking like they move around a lot more, and it's like higher budget animation and stuff.
I don't know, but I'd say a show like One Punch Man or Nichijou like moves around more and has more interesting like moving animation. But Osamatsu-san also has like good animation in it too, definitely. But I would say that its style is probably better than both those shows, though. Like its like art design, not necessarily the animation.
Hey, Jordan Latimer. Thanks for making yourself known. Also, this is probably my favorite past environment. Maybe just because the way I felt about it as a kid. I felt like there was a party going on.
Well, you're a big fan of green, so that makes sense.
I'm a big fan of green. I mean, I guess.
Oh, wait, was it green or... No, it was orange? Yeah, it was orange. Sorry, I forgot
what my favorite color is. But no, this is like...
Sorry. I think,
first of all, it's a sunset
I think I thought of
background.
green because, like... I thought of green because you said you wanted to make the, like, buildings in Bloom-Gal green and everything.
Yeah, and I did. But, the fact that the building isn't, like... This is the only part you can, like, see outside of the factory. It's, like, being constructed. It's, like, a desert at sunset and stuff. And this funky music makes it feel like there's, like, a party going on or something. I don't know.
That does make these, like, electrical wires out of nowhere kind of, like, weird, because you'd think those would be placed later since they're, like, a dangerous obstacle, even though this is supposed to be, like, the past.
Well, yeah. Well, that's just a gameplay thing. Keeping the obstacles there. But yeah, you can see it being built and stuff. And like the set gets very different. This one thing about Sonic CD's backgrounds is, like, it's very tall. Like, you go up high and you'll see interesting things, you'll go down low and you'll see interesting things. I don't know, it's very detailed. Like, up here you can see the mountains and you can see the clouds, you can see outside, you go down. But if you go, like, down low, you can see, like, the cranes and, like, them, like, building stuff.
That is cool. A lot of, like, old Sonic games did that, but I think this game does it more than all of them since the levels are so vertical.
Yeah. Man, I'm hungry. You ever just, like, enjoy eating? Like, I know a lot of people eat because,
like, to a fault.
Yeah, like, the problem with me is, like, well, like, there's most people that, like, you know, they eat when they're hungry and stuff, and usually they're hungry a lot all the time. But I eat because I genuinely find it, like, enjoyable.
Yeah,
just
same.
Like, I love eating things that taste good. I want to do it all the time. That's the reason I'm fucking, like, unhealthy. I'm surprised I'm not like super fat or anything because of how much I eat.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think about food a lot. That's a stupid thing to say, but this boss is pretty cool, though. Very dynamic.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one as a kid, where you have to like avoid the blocks but also use them.
Yeah. Doesn't stand a chance. I'm still not 100% sure on all the lyrics to this song.
Most of the lyrics
I-
in anything in Sonic CD.
Yeah, but like I picked up on some of them, like the little monologue in it.
Hmm. Also, I don't think Eggman thought that plan out very well.
Oh yeah, he just drove himself into
I
the
love his
room.
little like dance that he does in there before like he just teleports there and runs away.
I love classic Robotnik. I just love his personality and like his presentation and everything.
Oh yeah, it's goofy and fun.
Yes.
What do you prefer, by the way? Like Robotnik or Eggman?
Robotnik. It's what I grew up with. I think it has a nicer ring to it, but Eggman's also pretty easy to say. And I say it sometimes, especially when I'm talking about the modern version.
I prefer like Eggman just because like I grew up with it, but I also like grew up hearing like Robotnik and stuff too. So I like both.
Yeah.
I think Robotnik's a better name, but I think Eggman fits like Sonic better because Eggman. It's a funny name.
Fucking love this area. This is probably the most popular area from Sonic CD, mainly just because of
oh yeah.
Because
it's like where the Metal Sonic fight is.
Yeah. It's one of the more memorable moments from the game.
This level's like super confusing, and there's that bit at the end of one of the acts where it's just like a maze that bounces you everywhere, and it's like, I just want to leave.
Yeah, this place is
Get me off this crazy ride.
It's almost kind of nauseating. Also,
it is nauseating.
Is some of the best music.
Oh, I love this song. That friggin' voice.
And the best area. Like, look at how stunning this area is. Like color scheme wise, and like the fucking like Roman temples in the background.
Oh yeah, that was like way cool to me, seeing those weird like temples out of nowhere in the background.
Yeah, it even like reflects in the water there. It's super cool. I'd love to go to a funky nighttime Roman city like this. Where for some reason they have all these like roads floating in cyberspace. To me, like just seeing this now, I think like music mixed with just how it looks, this is probably one of the most appealing environments in the game. Like I can totally chill out.
It's probably the most unique one. It's probably the most unique one. I mean, what would you even call this? Like the past one? Or even the present. It's like, what would you call that even?
Very old city, I don't know, it just all feels so alive. The art's so good, like you can see like even over the mountains there, you can see lights and stuff like that. I don't know, it's crazy.
I will say, because of the level design, how everything's like a road, this location, like where you're on right now, it doesn't feel like it's a populated place, but because of the background, it's so like vibrant, it like makes up for it, so it feels like the background's like populated, and you're on some weird like interconnected like vines or something.
The background kind of makes it work with the emptiness though, because it just feels like everybody's just kind of sleeping in those buildings, and it feels very calm.
Oh yeah.
So it feels like the well here this is supposed to like the emptiness doesn't work for this area because this is supposed to be like a very active city. And it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be very awake and all that, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking though, is like just like it's since this thing is pretty much all roads and platforms and no real like structures like attached to anything, that it makes me imagine that it's like this huge art installation that Sonic's just like running through in the cities, and like the city is just like in the background.
That somebody should make this an art installation just in the middle of the city.
That'd be insane and also like huge.
Probably a pretty good art piece. Like, I'm sure people would like that. This could be like a roller coaster or something, I don't know. Like if Alton Towers
Oh yeah,
still
it'd
had
work great as like a roller coaster.
Yeah, like if Alton Towers still had their fucking Sonic sponsorship, they could do another Sonic roller coaster and have it be like the Stardust Speedway themed, and you just go through this environment.
Sonic is like the perfect video game character to have a roller coaster. That and like F-Zero, probably. There better be an F-Zero roller coaster at the Nintendo World in Universal.
Oh yeah. Can't wait for that, God. Can't wait to
Who wants
see
to
that.
bet that it's all gonna be like Mario and Zelda stuff, and like, what's Star Fox? That wouldn't make for a cool ride or anything.
Star Fox would make for an excellent ride, and if they had any sense, they would do it. Also, I'm trying
well,
to
that's
get
my
back
point.
up
They
there.
probably won't.
No, they probably will. I'm saying if they, like, I mean.
Well, I guess they did make the game.
They could make like
the new game.
They'll have a set number of rides. Also, this is like a fucking ginormous Eggman statue.
Oh, yeah, that's
just in this middle.
Well, do you know what kind of rides they'll have? Because like. They might have a Star Fox one only because they made a new game, but like, would they do an F-Zero one? There hasn't been one in like over 10 years.
Yeah, F-Zero I don't think, but fucking Star Fox definitely. That could definitely make for one of those fucking like put on your 3D glasses and we'll shake you around kind of rides. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'd be perfect for that.
But yeah, they can't just do Mario and Zelda because like, fucking, they're gonna have to have more than 2 attractions in that area.
I just think it's a shame that they won't do F-Zero because, like, F-Zero is like the perfect match for a roller coaster.
Aren't they gonna do, aren't they gonna do fucking, just in Japan as of now? Or is this gonna be someplace that's gonna come around to, like, Universal and, like, America, too? Because if so, I'm totally
Well, I heard that they struck a deal with Universal and they're just doing it at the American Universal. I'm pretty sure, anyway. I don't think they're making their own, like, theme park in Japan.
Also, we're only at an hour and a half, and, we're pretty close to the end of this game. Do you think we should do anything afterwards here? Or
do you have anything in mind, or?
I guess we could just keep it at a short stream, because I don't have anything in mind, and also fucking...
Well, I have some games in mind that I might play. Actually, I have some games in mind, but I guess we'd have to restart the stream and everything.
Yeah. I definitely need to get some food. Here we go. When I saw this, I freaked out, because I didn't expect to see Metal Sonic again. Let alone doing the Sonic pose. Like a smug bastard.
I really, like, I've heard some people say that they think this is, like, pretty lame, but I think it's really cool, because it's like a race and a challenge.
Oh yeah, this is a legit race. Like, it's not like an auto run thing. Like, you have to, like, legit keep your, like, speed going and not run into anything, and it works really well for Sonic.
Yeah.
If only you could...
Well, also, like, avoiding Metal Sonic's attacks and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought this was a lot of fun, but also really, really challenging. If only there weren't so many fucking roadblocks, I think. I don't know. Stuff that just, like, stops at your momentum, then it would probably be a little more exciting. Also, the fact that Eggman was, like, flying behind you trying to kill you. That's really
just Sonic CD's level design.
Yeah. I kinda wish I was playing this in widescreen now. It'd be a little easier.
Aren't you gonna? Well, you already went past it, but I always like go up and like get the rings and like the power ups like up on the top left.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to reach up there. I don't.
Well, you just run and jump up there.
Yeah, but getting a good start. That's why the peel out is useful because it goes way faster than the spin dash does.
Even in the like this re-release where they fixed the spin dash to not be total garbage.
I'm not sure, but I mean the peel out was created for the sole purpose to compensate for the shitty spin dash.
Yeah, and then they
like,
fixed it,
have a
so
bit
the
of a
peel out's kind
compromise.
of. I guess the peel out. I guess the peel out is still
using it
faster
because it looks
like.
cool.
Well, I just figured that it's probably the peel out is still useful, even with the new spin, like the fixed spin dash, because
Yeah.
like when you're in a ball, like you gain more momentum going down, but lose it going uphill. I guess, but in like in a straight line, you'd also like lose momentum, but with the peel out, you wouldn't lose momentum like in a straight line, so you would go faster.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. It looks like the the spin dash is more
So
based
you have to
on
go on that
momentum.
like ramp and then like jump up to get it.
There we go. Nice. Yeah, it
Then you
does
can
seem
do
like
another peel out and jump.
Oh, okay. It does seem like the peel out goes good. Feels faster. I don't know. It's just cool.
Yeah, maybe they
do.
did
I
that to like
doing it.
compensate it.
This fucking music is brilliant. It's so cool. Well, I wish the speed up thing was a little closer to the
Oh yeah.
start of the race.
It's hard, like
so
if you go fast enough, you can like have it still last for a big portion of like the beginning of the race, but like if you're not fast enough then it runs out. I think that's an interesting it's probably unintentional, but it's like an interesting concept where you can, if you go fast enough with the speed power up, you get more chance to use it when it's actually necessary.
Yeah. Fucking Metal Sonic, man. I'm glad.
I like
even
how,
when you're
like,
not
out of
playing in
all-
widescreen, it's still a little more zoomed out.
I like out of all the like robot Sonics, like the one from Sonic 2 and the one from Three Knuckles, like even though those are like the more like generally like popular and recognized games, it's Metal Sonic from CD that got most popular.
Oh yeah, because he's a cool character.
Oh yeah, he's
It's
a way
supposed-
better design than friggin'
Those other ones are like
Mario
clunky and
Bros.
and they're-
Z's Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking like Mecha Sonic and whatever. Hi. But yeah, but like Mecha Sonic or whatever, they're big and clunky, but like Metal Sonic's like the same size as Sonic and about as fast and agile as him, so it's a little bit different because he
Yeah.
feels more powerful because he's more matched to Sonic.
Oh yeah. I will say it's weird how many rival characters they come up for with Sonic. Like
Yeah.
Mario, like say like Mario. Mario has like Wario and
Yeah.
like Bowser, and Wario is
It's
like an
just-
opposite.
Yeah.
But
It's just funny to me how many like fucking robots of Sonic that Eggman's has been building. I kind of like the headcanon Sony says. It's like it almost seems like Robotnik in the first couple of games where Robotnik meets Sonic. He's almost like he's frustrated with like fighting him and stuff, but he almost finds Sonic kind of fascinating from like a scientific standpoint. He keeps trying to like replicate what Sonic can do, and he keeps trying to like study it. Like I saw like an SFM fan film about like between like Sonic CD and Sonic 2, and it was like, oh, Eggman like with each fight Eggman like records something and then he puts it into his next Sonic robot or whatever. Of like
Oh,
something
yeah.
that Sonic's doing.
speaking of fan films, remember the Sonic fan film?
Yeah.
I watched that again recently, and it's... wow.
Why do people have this bizarre idea that Sonic the Hedgehog needs to be a fucking 10-foot tall, realistic fucking mutant missing link, horrible, like it's trying to take like Mickey Mouse and make him like realistic and as tall as a person and like a person, but like not removing some of the cartoony elements, so it's just this weird uncanny valley.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's not even to say anything else about the rest of the film, like the bad like effects and also Sonic's
and the
like
nostalgia critic.
obnoxious, whoa, way past cool attitude.
I mean, Jaleel White was in it. That was pretty cool, but it didn't really sound like the original voice.
Yeah, and also it sounded like even more forced than the old cartoons to be all cool and like whoa, way past cool, all that.
It seemed like he didn't even like. It seemed like Jaleel didn't even remember how to do the cartoon Sonic voice, or maybe just didn't care about that project.
But it's like, even then, like the lines he's given and like his delivery, never mind like how he sounds, like the inflections, but the delivery, like I said, the same. But yeah, they're really bad.
And that's
so apparently Aaron was one of the
Jaleel.
robots.
Yeah, Aaron was fucking Gamma in it, and Doug Walker was in it, and so was Adrian.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so weird. I don't know. Why are all these people in a Sonic the Hedgehog fan film where Sonic looks like the Werehog, but like 24/7?
And also it's supposed to be like here's a dystopian future. It's like, okay, that's what I think of when and it's like, it's so clashing when you see like the fun Green Hill Zone at the end, where it's like...
They mixed so many different canons. They mixed like the Sonic Adventure 2 canon by having Gun in there, but they still like had it take place on South Island for some reason, and it's like I don't know, it's so incredibly like confused.
What else did it do? What else did it do?
The CG looked like shite, and there was no like particle effects. So when Sonic ran along on the ground,
oh yeah,
like it didn't even look like he was there.
Something else it did, I'm trying to remember, that I thought was like really... Oh yeah, just like how they made Eggman Robotnik like super serious despite him being an old fat bald guy that makes robots and has a goofy outfit.
To be honest,
they took him like super seriously.
To be honest, that performance was really entertaining though.
it was an entertaining, good performance, but it doesn't fit that outfit. Or like that design.
Oh
in
yeah,
any
no, it
way.
doesn't fit the outfit. I think that's kind of what made it funny for me, though. It was like he makes this like nut busting face, like when he sees the Chaos Emerald, and it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, no, human like non-cartoon Robotnik. Like it reminded me of how they did it in Sonic 06. And then they thought, oh, this is Robotnik, but realistic. I'm like, no, that's not how bodies look. You
it's
kept
really
the
you know what we should do?
They kept the proportions for like regular, like Eggman, but they made him like realistic, and you can see his like calves and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's not how bodies work. But no, it's
yeah, and he has like a weird like. And the clothes make him look like he has some weird, like, old, long crotch or whatever, and it's really gross.
Yeah. So what were you gonna say? I'm enjoying...
Well, it's like, since you're gonna beat this soon, we should, like, open... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you can't, like, play music in Chrome. I was saying we should just riff on that fan film for the rest of the stream.
I can download that fan film and we can do it. I can just download it from
Do you want to do that? I think it'd be a fun way to like spend out the rest of the stream time.
Okay, sure, yeah. Fine, we'll do that, yeah. We can do that. I'll download it over the break, it shouldn't take too long.
Ah, cool. 11 says that the Mega Man fan film was better. Oh yeah, I remember that thing.
By the same person?
I'm pretty sure it's the same person or same, like, production... There's quotation marks production company.
Cause fucking, Mega Man doesn't. You can do that with like humans and costumes, and you don't have to create a horrible CG Sonic. And also, just Mega Man's world in general works more for the kind of serious movies he's trying to make.
Yeah.
So no wonder everybody's saying it's
It's been a
better.
while since I've seen it, so I don't remember if it was actually good or not, though. It's been a long time.
Is Nostalgia Critic in it?
I don't, I don't know if he's in it or not. On the topic of that, though, it's like, even though it's like all the cameos are like, why are these people in this movie? When James Rolfe is on it, it's like, oh, it's James Rolfe. You can't like ever like be mad whenever you see James Rolfe and whatever he does,
Yeah,
because
you
he's
can't
just
be
such like a
mad.
nice guy.
He's such a sweetheart. You can't. Even if he does things that are a little like not that funny, you can't bring yourself to say it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just too like sweet of a person and like too like nice of a guy that it's like, even if he
He's
does
real.
something that's
He's-
like
yeah.
I guess I would say nostalgic critic here, it's still like, oh, it's James Rolfe, he's cool.
Yeah, also, I don't know where the fuck to go. I remember the mini Sonic area being particularly confusing in its layout. Yeah, because it's almost like they intentionally put you in a loop there. Brr. Ow, fuck.
Oh, that's fair.
Thanks for that.
That's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love like
But,
as a kid like this part, just like jumping and like spawning them and having them just pop in and do it really quickly.
Yeah. I mean... Oh, by the way, you were worried about, like, saying this game and offending me, but honestly, like, I've already agreed with most of the stuff you brought up. But, like, I always say, like, this is just one of my favorite Sonic games just because of its, like, thematic. Like, just because it's, like, I like how it looks and it sounds and stuff like that. But no, I agree. Most of the game, you don't have to worry because most of the gameplay flaws, like, I'm aware of them.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I do like. I think that's like cool, and I really like that in games. Like atmosphere and theming, like can save like a game from being just bland to just like really cool. Like
Yeah, but
like
my
Donkey
actual
Kong
favorite,
Country,
yeah,
in my
my
opinion.
actual
It's
actual
like Donkey
favorite
Kong
Sonic
Country is
game
like a
is
really
Sonic 2. I think it's
oh cool.
best balance of fucking gameplay and narrative. But no, yeah, and Sonic 3 has a lot of like cool story stuff and a lot of really cool like atmosphere stuff and all that, but I don't know, I feel like the gameplay's a little weaker in because Sonic 3's
I think
Sonic
the
3
gameplay
Knuckles
is like. I think the gameplay in Sonic
Yeah.
3 Knuckles is honestly stronger because like it like handles all of its elements like the best out of like all the games in my opinion. My only problem with it is sometimes when you're spinning super fast it'll like stop you. But other than that, I think like in general it's structured the best.
Yeah. Well, to me, I don't know. I've always preferred Sonic 2's more arcadey style, and
I get that. I totally get that.
But-
Like I've a,
but
and like I
but to
totally
me,
like see
was-
it too.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like for me, it was like I like Sonic 3 Knuckles, but to me, like Sonic 2 is a little more fun to play because Sonic 3 has just like more focus on narrative and like and all the gameplay is still there. Like it's the same gameplay. It's just done in a little, in my opinion, a weaker way. It's hard to describe, but like there was a lot of levels, especially in like Marble Garden, where I felt like I was running around in circles and getting lost, which should not happen in a Sonic game. Oh fuck that. Also, but that's never been a problem in Sonic 2 for me. And also there's a lot more kind of like glitchiness, like Carnival Night Zone I never found fun at all, especially that part that you always get stuck on because you don't know that you're supposed to press up and down on the barrel and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
probably the. Mm. Yeah, I see that. That makes
yeah.
yeah,
I
that makes
think it
sense
was
to
like,
me.
okay, yeah. They created such a dazzling game, and it's like, oh yeah, it's got story and stuff. It's like this is the third installment to this very successful series, and I wanted to create a big one, but like, I don't know, like Yuji Naka, like most of the game uh, Sonic Team started dissolving more and more as the games went on. So it's sort of like at that time they had even less. It's still good. I mean, there's nothing that makes it bad gameplay compared to Sonic 2, I feel like Sonic 2's experience is just smoother. I never run through Sonic 2
I
being
guess
like,
that
this part is confusing, or I'm running around in circles and stuff like that, or I glitched through the wall or something like that. I don't know.
I guess that's true. I don't really.
That's just my 2 cents.
Th-
It's only
Well,
a
that's
very
fair.
sl-
I
it's,
totally
yeah, it's
see where
only a
you're
very
coming from too. But
it's only a very slight difference in fucking quality, though. Those are both great games. Also, I love Eggman's little orb thing here and how there's bits coming off of it that are just floating. Like, it's like he became the Japanese box art. The Pingus of the opera.
Mhm. I wanted to say, like, one last thing about, like, Sonic 3 Knuckles, though, is just, like,
Yeah?
I don't even necessarily like it because of the narrative, although I think it's cool how they do that, like, silently, and are able to do it,
Yeah,
like, really
yeah,
well,
it
like, with
feels
level
like you're on an
design and, like,
adventure.
aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, that's not even the reason I like it. I just like it because of, like, how its gameplay accommodates exploration while not being intrusive, like how I feel this game's exploration is intrusive. And I feel like everything,
Yeah,
like, melds
yeah.
together really well. Like, I thought that as a kid, too. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Instead of, like, Sonic 1 and 2, which I like, but at the same time I thought, I'm kind of just, like, going from level to level.
I didn't even know the good future thing was a thing when I played this as a kid. But like I'd only like destroyed like a machine like thing once or twice, and I was just like, I thought that was part of the same mystery the rest of this game had. I was like, oh, this game's just weird, and like you can go back in time and destroy robotics machines sometimes, but I don't always find it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh no!
Here goes the frame rate.
It's time for OBS. Immediately when this cutscene started up, that warning came up. Also, this is the like full version of with like the music timed properly. And the sound effects and everything.
I really love the color palette of these, like, of this, like, location and this whole, like, animation. Like, it's really, like, it's not super saturated, but it's also lively. It's, like, really, like, they're really earthy colors.
Uh-huh.
And really, like, calm.
The way Sonic throws the rock here doesn't make any sense.
No, but it's cool, so it works.
Yeah.
Also, I love that design of, like, Eggman, like, with this weird, like, spiky looking mustache that, like, explodes at the ends.
Yeah. Oh god, it sounds so incomplete without the lyrics.
Yeah.
I think it was because like the singer from this like died or something. There was some certain
Really?
definite like legal reason why they like requested they not like use like the song in it.
Oh.
Also, this design of Sonic is the one going to be used in the new comic they're doing.
Oh yeah, I saw like images of that on Twitter and Tumblr.
Yeah.
It looks really like cool.
Yeah, it's very akin to this version of Sonic. Yeah, it's very akin to this version of Sonic with the spikes that don't really curve down; they just kind of stick outwards. And they like go up when Sonic's like forward, facing front. which I have no problem with because that design of Sonic is the best. Oh, I think the way they did it in I think the way they did it in the OVA was a little more, but I don't know, Sonic's spines are a little too much in this one compared to that. They're smaller in the OVA and they make him look more streamlined. I don't know. There's so many different like weird tweaked designs of Sonic. It's hard to like, I don't know, pick a favorite one, but I think this one and the OVA have gotten the closest to being the best for me. I especially love like
my favorite.
The use of kind of like Sonic's tiny little like frowning mouth that's like more up. It makes him look more fussy. You know, always kind of determined and kind of.
Yeah, I think the OVA is my favorite design of Sonic too.
Yeah, I don't know. They elongated his legs without ruining the design too, which I think was a better way to make him taller.
Like this ending is like, oh, you didn't actually achieve anything.
Yeah, you beat the game, but you didn't do the extra shit, so it doesn't matter. That's the stuff that's always kind of bugged me. Like it's like I don't want to get the cancer modes. I just want to get the good ending from beating the game and have it be challenging. I don't know. Anyway, here's the extras you unlock from. Oh, I guess I don't. Oh, never mind. I have my save files, but I guess I don't have my fucking my extras unlocked.
You have to go into like a certain file, or
the best way to do it is to get good times on this. Like go to the time attack and like and like if you get good times on it, you'll unlock more stuff. But the DA Garden basically. There's stuff for the animations, and then there's the DA Garden.
Is it DeviantArt Garden?
Yeah, where basically you see like the little planet rotating around, and you can like move your view of it, and you can like change how much it like, and little Sonic characters fly by, and it's basically just a glorified sound test. And you can listen to music from the game while you're like messing with the planet and like looking at it at different like daytimes and stuff. I know I have it on the Sega CD version. Also, I forgot about this music. I don't even remember this. I guess that's how little people went to do Time Attack. The background here basically just looks straight out of the Sonic 2 Japanese box art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
so I guess you can't really show anything off, or.
That's a shame. I thought I already had them unlocked because it had saved like my game files there, and it saved Tails. But I guess it. Huh. Oh well. Well, you can go on YouTube and look up Sonic CD DA Garden and see what it looks like for yourself. But it was a mode I didn't even know was in this game. It's kind of cute and it's visually nice. Yeah, anyway. So that's Sonic CD. I managed to beat that in just a little under 2 hours. So we're going to have a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to do a little something fun, and then that'll be it for the stream. So stick around.